Happy Tuesday, Periscope. Hope everyone's doing well. I said yesterday that I popped on last night, and I said that I would come on today, and I had some really interesting and very, very useful, as per usual. Like, I feel as if, I've been on Periscope for a little while, since like the inception of Periscope. It was one of the first people to join on the platform, and I've seen how it's evolved over the years. And one of the things that I've always wanted to do is to ensure that when I come on, I'm providing really, really valuable content and information that you can actually utilize, right? It's all about, I'm really here to help you and educate you and provide you with the tools and resources that you need. So if you're joining in for the first time and you have no idea who I am, my name is Krista Jennings, and I teach coaches as well as consultants how to grow and scale their business by implementing systems and strategies. So I'm all about being very strategic in your approach to growing your business, but also using technology to grow your business and to leverage your time so that you can, of course, focus on the things that have the biggest impact in your business. So that's a little bit about me and the work that I do. But I wanted to hop on today and talk about how to really build long-term relationships with your customers, and how to do so, but also to really facilitate a cycle of this, right? Because you don't want to just do it it's not something you just do one time and then you forget about it and you don't continue to foster a lifetime relationship. It's really about building an emotional connection with your customers or your fans or your followers. Like, I really don't like the word fans, because I feel as if, like, I don't know, it sounds like very celebrity-ish, and I mean, it doesn't resonate. Let's just put it that way. So in terms of actually building, an emotional connection with your customers and your tribe, or people who you want to eventually have them be a part of your tribe or to buy something for from you, it's important that you build an emotional connection. And one of the ways to ensure that you build an emotional connection is to look at the interaction from a twofold prism, so to speak, right? I mean, that's probably not a good use of good description, but just look at it from two sides, right? And one being the transactional layer, and then the second being the emotional layer, okay? And here's the thing about the transactional layer. It's needed, right? You definitely need it to be able to sustain your business, but it's not sustainable long term. It doesn't provide momentum. It does not provide a real connection, right? So I'm sure you've experienced this before, right? So you go into a store, it could be like Target or your local convenience store, the corner store, or whatever the case is, right? And you go in, and you may just be running in to pick up some milk because you might have forgotten to pick up milk when you went to do your weekly grocery shopping, right? And you go and you pick up the milk, and you go, say the milk is, the jug of milk is $7, for instance. You go, you pick up the jug of milk, you put, he rings it in, it tells you the total tax, say it's $10 for the sake of this conversation. You give him the $10, he puts in the bag, and you say thank you, which, I mean, I do. And he might have say, okay, you too, and then you just walk out, right? So on that level, there's no like emotional connection. I mean, he was polite, or the interaction was polite, but there's no real emotional connection. There's nothing deeper than that transaction. So think about how you're operating in your business. Are you operating from this space that, like, you just focus on making the sale and it's very transactional, and you're not really diving a lot deeper? You want to dive a lot deeper, and you definitely want to develop a level of connection, and you also want to ensure that you're garnering momentum, okay? And that's what the emotional layer allows for you to do. So it really allows for you to like dig a lot deeper. I see a few people rolling on in. I can't see who you are, but good to have you here. I hope you're finding this valuable, and even if you're watching on the replay and you think this is something that a friend will find valuable, I'd really, really appreciate if you go ahead and share this out as well. So on the emotional layer, on the other hand, think about, if I'm looking away, it's because I'm looking at my notes, because there's so many things going on in my head right now, and I want to ensure that I stay on top of what it is that I wanted to relate to you. So On the other hand, there's the emotional layer, right? And it's built on a deep connection. And in addition, what it really says is that it's focusing on the core needs of the customers or the clients or the buyers or prospects, however you want to look at it, right? Your tribe, whatever terminology you want to attribute to the people who you're ultimately wanting to reach, right? So it's really focused on the needs of the customers. And it's, you've probably heard this term before even going any further. You've probably heard this term before, like attract your first 100 fans, your first 1,000 fans or followers, whatever the case is. But think about how you're able to attract those first 100 fans, followers, lovers, whatever the case is, whatever name you want to attribute to those people. But think about the connection that you're able to develop so that you can actually attract these people, right? So you've attracted these people because, one, you've provided something that is truly something that they want, and you've provided something that's of value to them, right? And when you do this, you create like a virtuous cycle. So it's like they come in, for instance, like let's even use this platform right now, and I use myself as an example. You're hopping on. I don't know how you may have found this broadcast. You come on and you're like, okay, I like this. You might even watch the very end. You might share this out. Wink, wink. I would really appreciate if you do. But you come on, you watch the video, you like the content and the information that's being shared, and you say, you know what, I want to continue to get more information like this. And I want to hear more about what are these things that me talking about. So you will go ahead and hit follow. Like that little icon of that person, you'll go ahead and hit on it and click follow, so that when I come on again, you're notified when I come on, and then of course you'll be able to go back and see all the other videos that I've done as well, right? So it's really building that connection, and it's really about building that virtuous cycle. So that virtuous cycle is, first you find out about someone and their brand or the message or the product or service, whatever, and you engage with them, right? And then what happens after that, you might decide like, okay, this is really good. This is some really good information. I want to know more. You might head on over to my website, shameless plug, KristaJennings.com. And then once you go onto the website, you go onto my website, you might find this is interesting. I want to learn more. And then you sign up to be on my email list, because once you head on over to my website, there's a pop-up when you go onto my website, and you can put in your name and your email address, right? So let me just sip on something a little bit. So then, of course, that's a virtuous cycle. It's a virtuous cycle. And it allows for you to develop that connection. And that connection is really, 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 really powerful, because it creates an experience that someone has when they first come into contact with your business or your brand. So think about it for your business. How can you create an experience that connects with people on a deeper level? So that's something for you guys to think about. But let me give you some hints, some things to think about, like some brands to even think about. Airbnb. Airbnb is built, like Airbnb itself, the company doesn't own any property, doesn't own any spaces. It's all, spaces in, houses and properties that is provided by its community, right? And think about, I'm not saying you need to go ahead and like replicate this exactly in your business, but think about how Airbnb facilitates connection and community. You know what I mean? Think about what other brands. Think about Amazon. Amazon is very customer focused, and it really focuses on, Amazon is probably a little bit of an extreme, because Amazon is more, I would say, customer obsessed. But you can still learn something from that, and you can still like think about how you can implement some of those things into your business so that you can develop a deeper connection with your with your tribe, attracting your first 100 fans or followers, whatever the case is. All right? So I wanted to come on and share that with you guys. I hope you found this valuable. I hope it gave you something to think about. If you want to continue to get information like this, I send out, you can join my email list. I send out an email like once per week. I don't bombard people with emails because I know that people are busy and they're busy growing their businesses. So I send out an email generally on like a Thursday. So if you like this content and this information that I shared and you want to continue to get content and information like this completely free, head on over to kristajennings.com/gift. All right. And that's a gift from me to you. So I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast here. Hope you guys found this valuable. I'm going to try and hop back on later on today. Hopefully I'm able to do so, and I will speak to you guys later. Bye.